Sunday morning. Clanging bells, hymnals, crackers, grape juice, calls and responses, elders, crosses, martyrdom, Christmas Eve services, Sunday school, leading worship, reading drafts of sermons, giving notes on said sermons, recording sermons, downloading sermons, hip youth pastors, loving God but sometimes wishing you could just have a day off, and then going to church anyway. This is what I was created for the sake of my soul. Sunday morning. I have a long history in the church. I was raised in the church. I'm a pastor's kid, and which means church is an all-day affair for me. I took religion very seriously. I prayed all the time, led worship, read my mother's sermons beforehand. And when your mother's the pastor, church isn't passive either. You play a character, the perfect Christian boy. You're at church all day, talking to people, all of whom are at least 60 years older than you, smiling until your jaw threatens to implode, and giving reviews of the service on the ride back. My mother's pastored many churches, and I was extremely religious growing up. Until one day, I wasn't. Yet here I am, on my way to church, on Sunday morning. And actually, when I first became an atheist, I was angry at God, so to speak. So I wrote a song called Penis of God. And in the song, I give God blowjobs. And it makes me a better rapper. And yeah, my mom hated it. She hated it.
I'm God's guest, and I just give him a blowjob. I got it, did the wrong job, and I tore all the hair in his fucking chest. I'm the best.
She hated it. Homophobia, racism, war, child molestation, transphobia, shame, glorifying suffering, genital mutilation, hell, masturbation means you should burn in said hell, controlling women's bodies, controlling women in general, mental illness, faith over skepticism, sin, ignoring science, rock music that only knows 4 chords, and oh yeah, death, and more death for centuries.
What are you doing here? You're looking for the word fuck.
It was just constant guilt, begging for forgiveness. I was depression. I was a perfectionist. It was bad. I was terrified of hell. Specifically, I was terrified of the book of Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible. There's a line towards the end that says, if you change any word of this prophecy, you will burn in a lake of fire, and all the plagues described in the book will be cast upon you. And that's scary. And so every moment was terrible. Panic attacks, horrible anxiety. I felt like I was God's hostage. Like God was saying, like, "Hey, Luke, cough it up, blink twice or you're going to hell." That's what it felt like. I don't know what that accent was, but that's what it felt like. It's a common story. Pastor's kid leaves religion. All the different Christian movies that were my favorites. That one was definitely my favorite. I also got some different shirts here that I did at a convention in Detroit. It's called I Got Lutheran Swag. This is from when I lost church bingo one time. This is signed by, can't really see it anymore, but it's signed by an artist I was crazy about, a gospel singer. He even dedicated a song. That's how kind of crazy I was being towards him. And, and more. Oh, it's from Detroit as well. Detroit. In the beginning, God created me. T-shirt. And this is from Soulfest, a Christian rock fest. Church attendance across the nation is down, largely because young adults are more likely to be secular these days. And this has divided loads of families. And if widely differing beliefs divides families, that should absolutely include mine. My mother is completely dedicated to her faith, and I am not.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my mother is the nicest person I know. Call me lame all you want, but my mother is my best friend. Seriously.
So there is no judgment on who you are. It's your job to be who you are. And what you are created to be and do is your job to figure out, and it's my job and joy to support it. Period. So that's what I get to do being a mom. That's like the best part. And then she went and she went, come on everybody, and sang the first verse and got everybody to sing with her. No piano.
Yeah,
we all
it was
just did
great.
it.
Did you say you
I don't think so. Eric's the missional presbyter.
Oh,
And he
okay.
might come with his family. They're very artsy.
Oh, in fact, I thought
They're very cool. I love him. He has a cool
Whoops.
Right. Bye, you guys.
Yow! 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 Remember your birthday, year 13? You played hooky from school like a queen. Fisherman's Wharf, just us and the sea, and tourists far as the eye could see.
So yeah, and I hid it for a while. It was, but then eventually when I came out to my mother, I said, "Hey, I'm an atheist." She was like, "All right, great." So then, what do you say to the, because young adults in the States are more often now being secular, turning away from religion, and what do you say to the young adults who hate religion, who feel they've been wronged by religion, and can't even and look at a church, even your church, and say, "Wow, that's a symbol of hate. That's a symbol of judgment." How do you go about that conversation?
Well, nobody's ever told me that my church was a symbol of hate or judgment.
That's good.
So that would be, but if they felt, I've had plenty of people tell me they've been hurt by the church and that they just can't go back. And truthfully, the first thing I say is I completely respect that. And I'm so sorry that happened, because it's really hard to separate, I think, because of how we've identified the church. The church is not God. The church is people that originally came together to understand God, to be together in a community, to support one another in seeking their answers and worshiping and praying and taking care of one another mostly. And the point was that they felt they could take care better if they believed there was a God that loved them so much, more so than they could even love themselves, and that their role was to love each other in that same way, that was the model. That's a great model. Whether you're Christian or Buddhist or Jewish or Muslim, or you don't have any belief in all in any form of greater being or creator.
Okay. Okay. Hey, all right. How do you do? Sorry, buddy. All right. Anyway, so I guess action. At the end of the day, we love each other, and if I'm gonna be a pastor's kid who turns into an atheist, I'm very glad that I have her as a mother, because I feel like I'm still accepted. She doesn't worry about my soul, so that's a great blessing.
I'm not making this up, like you did to my face with your fancy makeup. Audrey Hepburn got nothing on me. All the fellas are following what you done with me. Ellie, you dazzle me, sweetest razzles. You're the bomb, you're the jazz, a rockin' mom with pizzazz. You got soul, a great laugh, you're the best I've ever seen.